welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophie and I'm going to take you through a nice little stretching routine for your middle splits. So this is a video for everybody, but I'm mainly targeting beginners here. And don't worry if you can't do some of these stretches, just do your best. That's kind of the point. It's not I'm not expecting you to do all these positions perfectly right away. So don't worry, don't get discouraged, just try your best, and I'm gonna show some modifications as well. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Make sure you're already a little bit warmed up. It's just gonna make the process a lot easier. So all we're gonna start off in is our easy pose, and we're gonna stretch out our right leg to the side. Bringing our left foot a little bit close to our legs. We're gonna flex our right foot, and we're just gonna inhale our left arm, exhale coming to the side. And just coming up and to the side. So just gently adding some movement into our body. We're gonna do that 2 more times. And last one. Now I just want you to hold it here. And you can bring a yoga block here and just put your elbow, your arm on it if you'd like. Just gonna hold here a few breaths. This is killing your neck. You can always look down. And now just slowly start to release your hands and bringing your arms and hands in front of you to the center and just dropping your head down. Just make sure that your right foot is flexed up to the sky, so keeping that nice turnout. You're going to be working your muscles here to keep that turnout because it's not very easy. Once again, you can bring some yoga blocks here if you can't go all the way down. And now just begin to walk yourself back. And if you feel like you want to stay in any of these positions longer, please do that. Just pause the video or just skip back to when you're finished holding it. So let's come to the other side. Let's inhale that right arm up. Exhale, coming to the side and then releasing. Now don't worry about your form with your arm. We're just taking pulses here. And 2 more. And last one, and let's just hold it here, really elongating that side body, really feel that stretch all the way from your hip to your shoulders. And now let's release our arms down, bringing them to the center and our body and our head down, keeping that foot flexed up to the sky. Now you may notice that this side might be easier or it's a little bit harder. We all have one good side and one bad side. Just try to work with what you got. And now slowly start to come up. And we're just going to bring both of our legs forward. We're going to take a nice forward fold here. We're not going to go super deep just yet. We're just going to inhale our arms up and exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale, bring those arms up, and exhale, let's come down. just try to hold here a little bit longer. Let's try to hold here for 10 seconds. Keeping a nice straight spine, bending from your hips. And if you need to bend your knees here to keep that back straight, please do that. And now slowly start to come up. Let's bend our right leg a little bit behind, but it's still to the side. You're gonna bend your front leg, and we're keeping a nice right angle with our legs here. So 90-degree angle. And all we're gonna do is just switch sides, and then switch to the other. Bring your hands behind you. And we'll count this as 4. Just adding some internal rotation into those hips. And now let's hold it on one side. Bring your hands to the side. Now, maybe you need a yoga block here, maybe you don't. Just try your best. This isn't a big movement. We're just gonna lift our back leg and down. And lift it. Just 3 more. It's not a real exercise here. And 4. And last one, 5. Good. Let's come back to that 90-degree angle movement. So let's count this as 1. Coming to the other side. I'm really trying to keep this right angle with each side. Try not to lose it. And 2 more. And last 1. Let's stay on the other side, and we're going to lift that back leg once again. And let's lift it. So as you can see, it's not a big movement. We're just trying to get some movement into the body and try to warm up those muscles. And last 1. And release. Perfect. Let's just bring our feet to the mat, bending our knees, and we'll do one more little movement before we come back to some stretches. So we're going to take windshield wipers with our legs. So making sure to drop one knee down and the other. Feel a slight stretch in that hip, that internal rotation of the hip. And let's do 2 more. And last 1. And come back to center. Let's just bend our knees, coming onto our all fours position. We're just going to bring our right leg up, keeping that knee bent. And we're going to take circles around with that hip. We're going to take 3 this way, and then 3 the other way. All right, let's switch the direction. So going the other way now. Trying to make this nice and slow. Last 1. Now lift your leg up, stretch your leg, and keep it turned in because it's going to turn out anyways. You're going to turn your left knee to end up on the side. Drop your right foot to the mat. The foot is on the floor, and you're just going to walk yourself to the center. Now you have 2 options here. You can keep your foot on the floor. That's an easier option. Or you can flex the foot up to the sky. And all we're gonna do is just sit back on our heel. So maybe you need a towel or a pillow under that heel or foot. And we're just gonna hold it here, or you can come all the way down to your elbows. Once again, you can use a yoga block here or a pillow. And just hold it here. Taking nice deep breaths, really focusing on relaxing in these positions. You don't want to hold tension and really try to go against it. If you feel like you're doing that, maybe just take it a little bit higher so that you can ease into the position. now start to come back up. Bring that foot onto the mat. If you didn't have it already, just start to turn yourself back. And let's just take a quick child's pose with our hips nicely opened. Just hold here for 2 breaths. And now come back to your all fours position. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see me better. We're going to lift that left leg or the other side. And we're going to take those nice slow hip circles. Just going around, painting a nice circle with your knee and your hip. And now going the other way. Great. Let's lift that leg, stretching it, then turning our right knee, placing the left foot on the mat. Start to walk your hands to the center, and once again, keep your foot as it is, or you can turn onto the heel, flexing the foot up to the sky, staying here, or start to go lower and sitting onto that heel, going back. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out of your mouth. Focus on that breath. And now work your way back up. Bring that foot back. Start to turn yourself to the other side. And once again, let's bring our knees open a little bit, opening up those hips. Come to a child's pose for a moment. Maybe you want to rock side to side. Sometimes it can be a little shocking to just go from one position and then just holding in another. Sometimes you just need some movement. And just inhale, come to your all fours position. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Let's just walk out our legs in this downward facing dog. And then just try to bring your heels down. If your knees are bent, just try your best here. And then just begin to walk your feet to your hands. Let's just bend our knees and slowly start to come up to standing. We're going to open up our feet really, really wide, wider than our hips, opening up those feet, pointing them out at a diagonal. And we're going to take our goddess squat. So all we're going to do is just come down into those knees. You can bring your hands onto the knees, and we're just going to hold it here, really feeling that nice opening in our hips here. Try to keep your back nice and straight. We're going to hold here for 10 seconds. Keep breathing. This might feel really intense on your glutes and in your quads. So just release if it's really too much and just come back when you're ready. We're going to do this a second time anyways. And release. Perfect. Let's bring our feet a little bit inwards, and we're just going to take a nice wide-legged forward fold. You can keep your hands here, bring a block here, or come down to your elbows. And if you want to make this easier, you just bring your feet a little bit farther apart. You want to make it harder, bring your feet closer together. just bring your feet to face forward, bend your knees, and let's start to slowly come up. And we're gonna take that goddess pose once again. So just open up your feet, make sure your legs are wider than your hips, and we're just gonna come down. Hands on your knees, and just trying to allow yourself to open up here. Only 10 seconds, so really breathing. And now stretch it back up. Once again, bring your feet to go a little bit inward, so pigeon toe position. And let's just start to come down into our wide-legged forward fold again. Breathing nicely in and out. And now just lift your head back up. We're gonna get ready for our frog pose. So just drop one knee down and then the other. And all we're gonna do is just start to open them up as wide as we can. Wide as comfortable, okay? So nothing that's very painful. You wanna make sure that your legs are in a nice right angle and you're not too much back and you're not too much forward. So try to stay in line as best as you can. Now you can just stay here with your body nice and straight. It's a great stretch. Or you can come all the way down to your elbows and do it like that. And we're gonna hold here for 20 seconds. So really deep breaths here. And if you feel any tension, just try to let it go. Notice your body when it's holding tension. Sometimes we think we're totally relaxed, but actually we're not. So just notice if there's any tension in your inner thighs. Try to let it go. And breathe. Great. Let's bring our hands back if you were on your elbows and just inch your knees closer together, taking your time. Let's just sit on our bum and we're gonna come to those windshield wipers we did at the beginning, just to release any kind of tension or soreness in the hips. We're not paying attention about the internal rotation here, just adding movement. Let's release. And we're just gonna come to our final position. Now you're totally welcome to do a middle split or pancake stretch. I'm going to do a variation of that, which is a great stretch to really get that flexibility going in your hips. So what you're gonna do is just open up your legs as wide as you can. Try to turn out your hips and your feet here, keeping your knees bent. And all we're gonna do is just start to go down with our body, just coming down as close as we can to the ground. You can even hold on to something to pull yourself here, or even attach a resistance band to something and just pull yourself down closer and closer, or have somebody push you down. Just remember to always do it gently. You don't want to hurt yourself. I'm holding here for 20 seconds as well. And now just start to come up. And let's come back to those windshield wipers once again. Just gently going from one side to the other. And last one. And perfect, guys. You did amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this video really helps you. Let me know in the comments if you see some improvement or if you're going to keep doing this. Give me some updates. I really love your updates. And yeah, so thank you all again, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.